Hi friends! You thought I was gone, but I'm back. And today, I want to talk about what I'm going to do and what my plan is for the 2x event. Maybe this will apply to you, maybe this will help you out, but apparently me just talking about my strategies and talking about everything that I'm about to do helps. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna talk about what my plan is for the 2x. And as you can see, I am 5 points away from getting to level 60, and I am purposely not doing that. I've used up my dailies. You can see that I have not used a single refresh. Okay? I'm waiting for this to fully recharge before I do my 10 run, another 10 run, and then just get the extra 100 from, leveling up, and then keep that all stacked up until the last hour, and then I'm gonna pop the next refresh, and then after that I'm just hoarding stamina for the 2x event that is coming in about 3 days from the time of recording. 2. Okay, now you can see in my union I have not collected my check-in stamina. I've also not collected my 80 stamina here, and that's on purpose because I want to take full advantage of the stamina refresh. Okay, now you can see on the top here I have notes, okay, because this is done all on stream. All right, and if you guys want to check me out on Abstract, make sure you guys check me out. The link is in the description down below. And so when I was doing my stream, all I was doing was I was min-maxing who I want to level up, who I want to, bring up their skill levels and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's why you see that little note up there. But basically, I have done some math for you guys, and here is my breakdown. Okay, now we know that we are going to have about 3 days, 2 to 3 days of 2x event. Okay, what am I going to do and what's my plan? My plan is to spend the whole of the last day of farming on the 2x event on modules, and yes, on modules. I wanted to say thresholds, but that's what I want to do. That is for my last day. But what about the first day or the first 2 days? That is going to be dedicated towards the investigation and the GP outpost. Okay, investigation, GP outpost. Now, why is that? Okay, now as you can see up here, I have a whole bunch of units that I want to level 50. Okay, I have the Ting, Siada, Saya, Holden, Tiamat, Rahu, Viper, and Borgny. But Borgny will only come when I have enough Shadow Prince to bring him up to 6 star. So I have to account for, the excess records, EXP records from here to make him level 50. Okay? Now, I have done some simple math. I've done 3 runs on each one of them on my old account, and I have gotten some data. All I did was basically I fed it into AI and let it run its discrepancy and stuff like that, which I will show you later what it's like. But because this is a 2x event, basically you're doing both of these investigations and the GP outposts literally 50% off. Okay, you're gonna get 2 times the materials back, which is very, very important because I ran the numbers, and holy shit, if you did this without the 2x event, it was so nag on your stamina. Alright, so as you can see, for level 45, this is basically all my 5 stars that I want to max level them. It will be Sanya, Hellkit, Linglo, Kazuyo, the Reverie, Beyontin, Heinrich, Fangus, Doki Doki, Veronica, Hoya, Tsukiyomi, Shadow Sanya, Chloros, Borgny, Chiaki, and Marvel. Alright, I know I resetted Marvel, but I want to re-level him up back to 5 stars because he's good for RTA. He's a good niche pick because not many people have Bulwark yet, and he also helps with Ethernet rally, as I have noticed. So these are the units that I want to bring up to level, which means that I will have to be running investigation. Now, how much investigation do I need to run? Well, let's go. Okay, let's go into it. So you can see that I have started, mapping out the skills as well for how many tofus I want to do, right? For the GP outpost, you can see that I want my Siada's max X2. I need 2 tofus. Messiah, I want his S3 max, so I need one more tofu for that. I've started mapping out the tofus, and in total I need 19 of them. And you can see, if I were to go into any one of them, let's go into Siyada. Okay, you can see I only have 13 of them, but I know that I'm going to get another 2 more from clearing Ember Track 42. I know that I'm going to get 1 more from the arena shop. So I know that I can hit 19 quite easily. Okay, it also helps that I buy the weekly packs. But that is my plan, and you can see that I'm started to map out a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, you can see that it takes about, don't ignore this first part here. This was just, bad math. That's why I started using AI. But basically, in investigation, your 6-star, you need a total of 1.3 million experience points from level 1 to level 50. And for 5 stars, to get from 1 to 45, you need 695k experience points. Okay? Based on that math, and knowing the fact that the gold records gives you 5,000, the purple one gives you 1,000, and the blue one gives you 200. What I did was I have ran the math here for you, and I got my trusty little AI friend to, do the math for me. So I'll show you up here. Might be a little small, that's okay. I will just, post a little thing on screen for you guys to see when I'm talking about. Basically, for EXP farming, I did 3 runs of each, and you get about 9 gold, this yellow books. Okay, every 10 run, you get about anywhere between 40 of these, and you get about 100-ish of these. Okay, which is about 100k experience points. Okay, per 10 run. Excluding the fact that if you use units that you are farming, like for example, if I bring Siada in, you get 300 per run. So I'm only putting here because she's talking too much. I don't want her to talk in my ear. Anyway, so you get about 100,000 EXP points. So what does that mean for me? That means if I want to get myself from 1 to 50, like for example, my Rahu, I want to make him go up to level 50. I need to do 15 10 runs. Okay? Which means it's going to cost me 1,500 stamina points. Which is a lot. It is a hell of a lot if I did not have the 2x event. With the 2x event, I only need 800, which basically equates to 8 bottles of your stamina pot. Okay? Now, if I'm not saving any of this, I'd be in trouble. Correct? Because you only get 1,000 stamina from this, right? You get only 1,000 stamina. So basically, one refresh like this and the 2x event can get me a level 150 straight away, which is good because the gold that drops on this is quite nice. You get about 60k every 10 run times 2, that's 120k. You do that over, the whole 2x period, combining with GP Outpost, you'll get a lot of coins with your thresholds as well, all the selling of your shit gear. You will have, I think, a healthy amount that will disappear immediately when you start rolling gear after the 2x event. But that's a whole conversation for a different day, yeah? Now, with the 2x event, you only need 800, okay? As you can see over here, it says 800 over here. For my 5 stars, which I want to bring from 1 to 45, like I said, I have a whole bunch of them that I want to do that I can show you, okay? A whole bunch of them. For example, starting with Sanya, I have from 24 to 45. I'm not counting all of this, okay? I'm counting like those real raw 1 to 45, like Veronica, Hoyan, Tsukiyomi, Shadow Sanya. Because eventually I'm going to have the cave and use Shadow Sanya. I might as well get ready in this 2x event. Might as well take use of it. Chloros, right? Botany, you can see I will need to get him up 5-star. Not a problem. Pretty easy. Okay? But all these units, I want them to go up to 45 straight away. Okay? Because I want to start getting ready for RTA. Alright? And I can't do that if my units are all, under level and understated. Basically. Alright? So I'll be doing that. And then for the GP Outpost, I want every single unit that I just mentioned here. So for example, if I were to go back and show you my little noti, priority farming, Let's go back into that side here. Look at this, okay? I say that for SR, to get to 1 tofu, basically what I mean by that is if I were to go into an SR unit right now, let's say for Viper, okay? If I go in here and I want to get myself to here, so basically I'm stopping here. This will take me about 600, right? This will take me 600 of these little shitty things, okay? It's a lot, okay? So this is basically 200. If my math is right, you can see 20, 20, that's 40. 40 plus 40 is 80. 80 plus 40 is 120. 120 plus 60 is 200. 2, 4, 6. Okay, you need 600 of them. All right. For the SSR, you are going to need. Can't show you that one. Show you this one. You're going to need more. You're going to need 810 in total to do it. Okay. That means I have all of these units you can see here, right? For the red, for red, I have Holden, Hellkit, Beyonce, Fangus, Veronica, Chloros, Mia, Chiaki. For blue, I have Tiamat, Viper, Linglo, Tsukiyomi, Borkni, Rosa. For green, I have Raul, Sanya, Hoyen, Lilith, Selence. For light, I have Doki and Valerian. And for dark, I have Heinrich, Victor, and Dark Sanya. That's a good amount that I need to, bring them up to at least 1 tofu. Okay? That means, right? Simple math, or not my math, AI math, told me I need 6,000 stamina to get there. That is a lot. That's a lot. That's like what, 60 bottles or some shit like that. It's insane. Okay? So I need to really math this one out. Okay? Maybe I do a little bit of a few of them only. Okay? I have not fully decided where I want to fully invest my stamina into, which ones. But you can see that I have all of this in my backlog that I want to get there. Okay? And I know for a fact that I don't have enough to get there. And I'm trying my best to get there. Okay? I'm trying my best. Can I get there? Probably not, because I want to save majority of my bottles for the thresholds. Okay? So, what's the plan? The plan is to spend maybe 10 bottles here to get them all, at least give them the stats that they need, and then really knuckle down on these units that I have mentioned over here, right? You can see that I want Sierra, Messiah, Holden, Raul, and Borkni, at least to get their tofus up. So I will focus on them first. Then I'll work on my SRs here, which is Viper and Fangus. Okay, because those are the ones that I also want them to have, max skill, because I have enough tofus for them. And then whatever leftovers, I will decide on the spot. Okay, but you have to have a clear path where you're going. Like, I have a clear path where I want to go, and then I just wanted to see how greedy I can get with this, right? How greedy can I get with this? And they say 6,000 stamina. That's a fuckload of stamina. I don't have 60 bottles. I use some already. Okay? I'm not considering the fact that I'm also going to be getting a couple of levels in from, leveling up. Because the day 2x come, we are popping bottles like a champagne, friend. So that's what's gonna happen. And then I want to say about 20 bottles to be safe. Okay? For thresholds. And for thresholds, I only want to work on Terramaton and Doki. Alright? And I'm only doing Hell 4. Why is that? Because I cannot clear Inferno shells anyway if I'm not cheesing it with Sanya. Okay? If I'm not doing that, then there is no point in me farming Inferno yet, because Inferno is basically, like I said yesterday in my other videos, it's basically Hell 4 RNG plus specialized cores now. Okay, so you're adding more RNG onto RNG, plus you will get two matrix modules. So you may get an onslaught, but you will get 2 matrix modules. You might get a 3 matrix module onslaught with 2 substats, and then you are spending an extra minute clearing Inferno and getting yourself mad and pissed off. I'd rather just go into Hell 4, do that. At least the RNG is just on, you know, the actual sets that are here, and not extra specialized cores. And then when my units are up to scratch, which I think it will be after the 2x event, then I'll attempt Inferno. And when I can attempt Inferno relatively, you know, comfortably, then farming Inferno only makes sense, right? Because now you're getting the shells, if I will show you here, because now you're getting the shells to go with your, where the hell are you? Let's go with Hoyan, okay? Let's go with Jackal God. Then now you have, you know, the Inferno stages that will match your Swift Mites and Evil Gods. And now you can round it out. Okay? There's no point you trying to do Inferno thresholds and then you can only farm Hell here and not get, you know, the extra specialized core stat, because that's the only way you can get its stat bonus. Alright? That's my plan. And I think that, you know, there's no point on rushing myself to get to Inferno and then, you know, getting pissed off. I'm gonna take the game a little slower. Be the guy that, you know, enjoys the game for the game. And if I get to a point where I actually cannot start doing Inferno even though my stats are up to scratch, then you will start hearing me making noise. But as far as you guys know, I don't complain a whole lot, right? So that's my plan. Hopefully you get some insights into how I think, at least. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.